achieving Sustainable Development Goals. Sikkim, one of the major pharmaceutical manufacturing hubs of India, welcomes Business 20 India delegates for a conference on opportunities for multilateral business partnerships in tourism, hospitality, pharmaceutical sectors and organic farming. On the third day of the CII Partnership Summit in New Delhi under Business 20, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandviya highlights the importance of embracing the mantra of One Health and a healthier and prosperous planet, says health of people is closely connected to the health of animals and the environment, and calls for active collaboration across sectors for best health outcomes for people, animals and plants in a shared environment. And thought-provoking sessions on global economy held at the CII Partnership Summit. Global business conglomerates say India has grown to be the largest employment market across the globe, and the world will move from work from home to work from India, as India has the largest base of software developers in the world. Second Education Working Group meeting on strengthening research and innovation through collaboration began in Amritsar today. Through it, India intends to create closer ties with G20 member nations and collectively respond to the issues each country has in reaching the SDG goals. In fact, delegates reached a consensus that research collaboration is the need of the hour, and countries and institutions need to break silos and promote transnational research for achieving Sustainable Development Goals. The intended outcome of the meeting is improved research, open access, innovation promotion, and reducing barriers towards research mentoring and cross-institutional collaboration. DD India correspondent Amritpal Singh reports from Amritsar.
India's G20 presidency took centre stage at Khalsa College of Amritsar, where IIT Ropar hosted a seminar on strengthening research and promoting innovation through richer collaboration.
If you look at the global crisis that is, that are threatening us, like climate change or having a path to sustainable energy and so on, we are living on borrowed time. The IPCC has made it very clear that we have a limited time window to achieve our goals before it becomes irreversible. So a single country cannot achieve these goals in a very limited time based on its own resources. So it's very critical that all the countries come together to solve these global problems and share their resources. And so we cannot afford to work in silos, because all these problems are essentially interdisciplinary. One area would not be sufficient to be able to solve these problems. You need advances in multiple interconnected areas before we can make significant progress.
The seminar kicked off the second meeting of the G20 Education Working Group. At the seminar, discussions focused on future of work and innovation and building bridges across nations for equitable development. The working group reached a consensus that research collaboration is the need of the hour, and countries and institutions need to break silos to promote transnational research for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
Well, there's a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, when Punjab was given one of the events to host, there was a lot of enthusiasm amongst the children. In fact, in all our schools and all our colleges, we had competitions for people to know as to why the other G20 countries meeting, what is the purpose of this, and how we as a team are going to move forward, as one world, let's just say, for many issues which are common to the world, and you cannot have artificial borders dividing them, like our climate, sustainability on various issues.
G20 countries agreed on working towards establishing a common framework for effective use of emerging and disruptive technologies to address global challenges. The group also stressed on the need to establish frameworks for sharing research data and outcomes.
We can use structures like, the BRICS. We can also use structures like the G20 as it unfolds to really explore possibilities of working amongst each other, because research is very important to inform our developing projects, but also to inform how we can work together in ensuring that we uplift the plight of our societies in our respective countries.
I think this sharing of best practices can help us to find some common ground to share best practices and our policies and all this.
Here we're having like partnerships in our country with universities, and we're having like private industry sectors, we're having like also platforms for the research.
The seminar concluded with an address from the Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, who expressed his gratitude to the Union government for giving Punjab the opportunity to host the second G20 Education Working Group meeting.
The focus on day one of the Education Working Group was on research and innovation, especially using emerging and disruptive technologies to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. The coming 2 days will see the G20 delegates put their heads together to work out an inclusive education agenda that shapes the future work environment of the globe. With cameraman Sanjeev Kumar, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Amritsar.
Let's now listen in to the director of IIT Ropar on what he said on the first day of the Education Working Group meeting, where a seminar was held.
The Indian innovation system is more purpose-driven rather than process-driven, with focus on the affordability and the accessibility. As India takes on the presidency, it has the chance to build on this tradition and establish itself as a leader in the research and innovation in 21st century. And the premier institutions like IITs have the chance to bring synergy in the making Atmanirbhar Bharat. Hence, making collective efforts during this G20 meet to reduce the gap in research needs that can be narrowed down and equal for all countries in facing the global challenges.
A multimedia exhibition of disruptive technologies and innovations has been organized on the sidelines of the seminar. It has over 90 stalls that showcase startups and technologies from India and G20 member nations to get a feel of global scenario of innovations for the betterment of humankind. DD India correspondent Amritpal Singh talked to some of the startups. Take a listen.
On the sidelines of the second Education Working Group, an exhibition is being held here at Khalsa College in Amritsar, where over 90 stalls have been put by entrepreneurs from India, academicians, institutes like IIT Ropar, BITS Pilani, etc., where they're showcasing startups, technology ventures, innovative ideas, and how they can collaborate in different areas. It's not just Indian startups, but there are companies here from different countries like China, Saudi Arabia, UAE, etc., which are participating. I'm right now at a stall called the Moose Sense. It is a livestock track. Could you tell me what is this belt and what purpose does it serve? I understand you're a student of IIT Ropar. What is your project?
Okay. So, hello everyone, I am from IIT Ropar. Our project is Moose Sense. These are actually cattle devices which are bound around the cattle necks. They help us to monitor the temperature of the kettles, the heat period, and the grazing patterns. So here we have different types of node devices, we call them nodes, and this is the main gateway, which helps to transmit data over the cloud. So using this, there might be different clouds, there might be different cows grazing around. We will bind them on each kettle, and the data will be uploaded to this, and it will upload to the cloud. So this helps us to monitor the grazing pattern, heat pattern, all those things, through which the different doctors can monitor the activities. We can also use AI models to monitor the activities further.
So is this idea still in incubation, or have you brought it to practice? Are farmers or livestock breeders actually using these devices?
Yes, sir. We have done some experiments, like experiment with our nearby farms, which are giving actually very good results. We are able to monitor the cow activities, and the farmers are quite happy with this.
So clearly, startups like these, which are ideas which germinate in institutions of excellence like IITs, BITS, Pilani, etc., engineering colleges, IIM Amritsar, are being further taken to the next level where they can become full-fledged startups. I have with me this lady who runs Buddy Cabs. Ma'am, tell us, what is Buddy Cabs all about?
Buddy Cabs is to take care of vulnerable section of society, which could be differently abled people, senior citizens, or women and children, and it is integrated with mobility and care.
But what exactly is Buddy Cab?
Buddy Cabs, basically my vehicles are modified, and my drivers are also trained as caretakers. So I am from the defense background, so my team of drivers and caretakers are trained under the guidance of all the Faujis, so it is seamless care and mobility together. And whereas we have modified our vehicles like these, the wheelchair just goes into it and ramp, and it is not an ambulance, it is a buddy cab. Buddy means shield, like the word buddy has come out from the army, word buddy, that he is your shield. So we are your shield before anybody else comes or harms you. We are there for you.
So is your startup actually working right now? Do you have Buddy Cabs running in what cities of the country?
Yes, my Buddy Cabs are already running. They are running in Hoshiarpur, in Bombay, in Pune, and we are doing pretty well. And the response is, different. That people are saying that it is a service which gives lifestyle solutions. That we are not sick, we are not disabled, we are not nothing. We can enjoy life better. We are not dependent on anyone. And so, I at the same time want to uplift the driver community also, so they get a sense of seva in them. So these are also good people who take care of you and your loved ones.
So clearly, ideas like this, where it's not just entrepreneurship, but it's social entrepreneurship, serving the needs of the society, that these startups that are being showcased here at this exhibition by individuals who started, entrepreneurs who started these ventures, they're showcasing their products, their services, that they're helping society, and also while doing that, using that as an entrepreneurial venture. I have with me people from BITS Pilani. Tell me what is BITS Pilani doing? What I understand that this PIED services is a startup facility.
Yeah, PIDS is a technology business incubator located in Pilani campus itself. Currently 132 startups are incubated with us. So in the pre-incubation and the incubation. And startups can be of any domain. So we are not restricted to the domain. We are open for everyone from across every sector. Every people can join us and can explore our services, our lab facilities, whether they are startups, whether they are students, whether they are faculties. These are the products of our startups who are incubated with us, who are the faculties also. So they can be of any campus also. They can be of Pan India. So these services we are providing to the startups.
So clearly, at this education working group, academic institutions, startups, etc. are showcasing not just their products, but ideas, funding, collaborations with government, collaborations within corporates, collaborations not just within India, but leveraging the skill set that the Indian startup ecosystem has with the participating countries. With cameraman Sanjeev Sharma, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Khalsa College, Amritsar.
Amritpal Singh also spoke with the director of IIT Hyderabad, B.S. Murthy, who chaired the session on research in emerging and disruptive technologies, Industry 4.0 and SDGs today as part of the G20 Education Working Group meeting. He talked about what the working group is trying to achieve in the field of research through various deliberations and collaborations to meet the needs of the world. He said that the focus is on forming a group of skilled students to deal with the challenges of the future. Take a listen.
Day one of the second education working group was held in this beautiful, immersive architectural building of the Khalsa College of Amritsar on how global cooperations can be forged, especially in areas of research and innovation. I have with me B.S. Murthy, who chaired the session. He's the director of IIT Hyderabad. So what is that the working group is trying to achieve?
Yes. So this is a meeting where we are trying to come together to solve global problems. You know, most of the Indian problems are also in the global problems. For example, if you talk of clean air, potable water, all these are disaster management. Every one of these are global problems. So there is a need that we come together, collaborate, and take the strengths of each of these countries and then move forward in terms of solving problems and bringing up solutions for the global world. So that's the whole idea.
You know, institutes of excellence like the IITs or, IIMs or even the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, they have global cooperations in research and innovation. But the need of the hour is perhaps to bring that down to smaller institutions like, colleges like the Khalsa College of Amritsar, between schools. So how is the working group working towards that and achieving a more inclusive agenda?
Definitely, there is a need for a lot of inclusivity in this. Definitely colleges which are second tier and the third tier institutions have to be brought together. There is a lot of effort in that direction. Our new education program also talks about bringing them together. And so we are also talking about not only creating and solving the problems, global problems, research and development problems, but also coming up with educational programs which can be joint educational programs so that we create new human resources for the future who are capable of solving the future problems of the country and of the world. And in that direction, the involvement of as many number of colleges is very useful.
Professor Murthy, the needs, especially research needs of every country are different. Say India's research needs would be different. The Indian institutions would be working on research on issues that matter to India. United States, for example, would be working on different needs. So where is the scope for cooperation between these countries and institutions from these countries?
If you look at it in a small space, it is always looks like it is different. But when you look at it globally, there are definitely, for example, the problems of environment is there everywhere. The global warming is a problem that every country is facing. So it is important that we bring out solutions for this kind of thing. And if we can bring out solutions where there is some strength in some country, certain universities, and some strength in Indian universities, if we come together and start finding out solutions jointly, it will not only be solving a problem for India, but simultaneously solving a problem for another country. So definitely there is a lot of scope.
So you're saying that there are convergences when it comes to areas of research. Another thing is, I heard you speak in the session, disruptive and emerging technologies. Say a student, when he enrolls in your institute, IIT Hyderabad, by the time he passes out 4 years from now, you produce a graduate who's equipped with skills which matter today. But perhaps he's not ready for future because the pace of change is so fast. So how's the grouping dealing with that?
So what we are trying to do is we give a lot of flexibility to students. For example, we have a B.Tech program which is called B.Tech in Engineering Sciences, where the student can pick up any subjects of their choice in the whole 4 years. At the end of 4 years, he picks up a few chemical engineering, few electrical, few AI and things like that, so that he prepares himself for the future. So these are all new things that are happening. A lot of flexibility is coming in education.
So clearly, thank you very much for speaking to us, Professor Murthy. So clearly, the idea is to bring an agenda which is more inclusive and promote more cooperation between institutions and academia from the G20 countries. With cameraman Sanjeev Kumar, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Amritsar.
Youth 20 Consultation Summit was hosted by Guru Nanak Dev University in Amritsar city of Punjab. The main theme of the discussion was the future of work, Industry 4.0, innovation and 21st century skills. More than 50 international and a large number of national delegates from G20 and other countries deliberated on issues like GM crops, receding groundwater levels and conservation of soil, among others. Scholars from various national and international institutions addressed the youth of India and other countries. The summit was organized with the aim of encouraging global partnerships and employment opportunities for the youth. Youth 20 is an official engagement group for youth from all G20 member countries. It stimulates dialogues among the youth, particularly to raise awareness on global issues, exchange ideas, negotiate and reach a consensus. The vibrant organic farming of Sikkim is set to be showcased to the world through the third B20 or Business 20 conference in Gangtok, the capital city of Sikkim, from today till the 17th of March. Delegates have started arriving for the conference, which is focused on opportunities for multilateral business partnerships in tourism, hospitality, pharmaceutical sectors and organic farming. The event will witness delegates from 26 countries and ambassadors from 5 countries and 4 deputy heads of missions participating. Also, simultaneously, Gangtok will be hosting the Startup 20 meeting on the 18th and the 19th of March. Business 20 or B20 is the official G20 dialogue forum for the global business community. It is over 100 plus requests and inquiries have been received by CII for B2B and B2G meetings from the hospitality sector, pharma and tourism sector businesses. DD India correspondent Meghna Dev spoke to Brigadier Ashish Bhattacharya, senior advisor of CII to northeastern states and union territories, for more.
We are joined in by the Senior Advisor to Northeastern States and Union Territories, Brigadier Bhattacharya, with us from CII. And sir, my first question here is the Business 20 event is going to be held here. What's in store? What is CII actually bridging, to make the businesses as well as the government come closer?
Yeah, as you know, CII is one of the largest industry associations in the country, and we are the best bridge between the government and the industry. So through this B20 conference, what we are trying to do here is bridging the gap for making sure that people from outside understand the state, they know what are the I would say policies and things for investment in this place, and vice versa for the state government and the central government to know what interest the industry has in investing in these areas, and we act as the bridge. We make sure that we work on the policy front in a very big way to make sure that it is ease of doing business is propagated to the best order.
So we heard about a number of inquiries that have been generated for the meetings. Specifically, in what sectors are these meetings, and how do we actually see that it takes a few months obviously for these meetings to be materialized?
Okay, so this is a different format in which before they have come here, we have told them what the state is all about, what the country is all about. We've already been speaking to these people on that. So that has resulted in this creation of this 100 plus requests that have come to us for B2B and B2Gs. Some people want to talk to other business people in the local area. Some local people want to talk about their business outside. There are foreign industries which we want to talk about that with the government as well as the local industry over here. And then there are multilateral agencies like the World Bank. The World Bank wants to talk to certain people in the state as well as in the industry people to see how they I wouldn't say they have some schemes which many people are not aware of. So through the event tomorrow they will be talking about that, and then they will be talking about specifics with specific government officials as well as industry leaders.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brigadier, sir, for talking to us. So here we had the representative from CII to talk on what more inquiries have been generated from individuals and businesses of different countries to come here and do business to business meeting or business to government meetings and materialize this in the sectors of tourism, organic farming, pharma sector and much more. With camera person Venkat, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Gangtok.
That's it then in this edition of India at G20. Thanks for watching.
पेमेंट फेल? लेकिन पैसे तो कट गए। गई मेरी मेहनत की कमाई।
हो जाएगी भरपाई, चिंता मत कर मेरे भाई। अगर डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन फेल हो जाए और अकाउंट से पैसे कट जाएं, तो बैंक समय से पैसे लौटा देगा, वरना कॉम्पनसेशन का है प्रावधान। नहीं तो आरबीआई के ओम्बुड्समैन को शिकायत करें आप।
Your bill.
मेरी फीस। आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।